Welcome everyone to Kotsuro's Kaizen Monday, your weekly dive into the evolution of creativity, games, and VR innovation. Today, we explore a studio that has shaped immersive experiences for more than a decade, nDreams. Founded in 2006 by Patrick Oluwaneg in Farnborough, United Kingdom, nDreams started with a simple mission: explore the potential of storytelling through technology. Over the years, it grew from a small studio into a global VR pioneer, employing over 250 talented developers across multiple divisions. What makes nDreams unique is their philosophy: presence, connection, and emotional immersion. They believe VR is more than action. It's about human interaction, empathy, and shared experiences. In 2025, nDreams is stronger than ever, releasing ambitious titles like Vendetta Forever, Grit and Valor 1949, and Reach. Today, we'll explore their journey, from the latest hits to their early projects, to understand how VR storytelling has evolved. So sit back and let's roll. This is Kotsuro's Kaizen Monday.
First up, we have Reach, one of nDreams' most ambitious VR shooters to date. Built for MetaQuest 3S and MetaQuest 3, Reach delivers cinematic action with high-intensity firefights and tactical squad-based mechanics. You take control of an elite operative, navigating futuristic urban environments while coordinating with AI allies. The visuals are crisp, lighting dynamic, and every combat encounter feels alive. The weapon handling is precise, from pistols to heavy rifles, and movement feels intuitive in room-scale VR. This game highlights how nDreams has matured technologically. Seamless animations, smooth locomotion, and engaging AI that reacts intelligently to your actions. For VR enthusiasts seeking tactical immersion, Reach sets a new standard.
Next, we have Wreckin' Raccoon, a lighter, more casual VR experience. In this colorful arcade adventure, players control a mischievous raccoon on a destructive rampage. Physics-based puzzles, interactive environments, and humorous animations make this game a perfect example of nDreams' range. Unlike Reach, Wreckin' Raccoon leans into comedy and absurdity, showing that VR can be both thrilling and charming. Even here, the polish is remarkable. Every object reacts realistically. Every interaction feels satisfying. The developers clearly know how to make playful VR engaging for all ages.
Frenzies brings a high-energy arcade-style challenge to VR. In chaotic arenas, players must dodge, shoot, and outsmart waves of enemies. The controls are responsive, arenas are visually striking, and the fast-paced action keeps your heart racing. This game shows nDreams' skill in creating compact, adrenaline-filled VR experiences without sacrificing immersion.
Top Hat is a whimsical VR adventure with puzzle and exploration elements. Players use magic hats to manipulate the environment, creating clever solutions to navigate each level. The creativity here is remarkable. nDreams combines physics, player intuition, and subtle humor to craft a memorable VR puzzle experience. It's a standout for players seeking thought-provoking challenges.
Fract is a high-adrenaline VR shooter with parkour elements.
Imagine fast traversal mixed with precise gunplay. It emphasizes verticality, cover transitions, and physical momentum. In VR, the sensation of speed and impact is real. Fract leans into that feeling with crisp feedback and level design that rewards movement skills. Fract influences the studio's design language: faster pacing, more expressive locomotion, and a bold approach to player momentum.
Far Cry VR! Dive into insanity! A VR adaptation of a major open-world shooter property deserves attention. It brings sandbox chaos to VR,
improvisational combat, environmental interaction, and emergent moments where physics and player creativity collide. The insanity in the title is literal. Surreal events, volatile encounters, and a big open space to experiment. While not an nDreams title, it's an important benchmark. It shows how big IPs are being translated into VR, and how studios like nDreams must compete on both technical and creative terms.
Synapse, a visually iconic telekinetic shooter. Bold black and white aesthetics, precise physics, and telekinetic power play. This was a defining moment for nDreams in showing style plus substance.
Ghostbusters VR! Co-op mechanics, credible ghost AI, and fan service done right! It proved nDreams can handle licensed IP with authenticity. Power Wash Simulator VR. A surprisingly satisfying and meditative experience. Cleaning and scrubbing in VR might sound simple, but the physics, feedback, and attention to detail make this relaxing and oddly addictive. Little Cities. Charming city builder in VR scale, nuance, and tactile management mechanics make it an excellent example of thoughtful VR design. Phantom. Covert Ops. Kayak-based stealth that cleverly solved locomotion and delivered tight, cinematic missions. It remains a high point in interface design, the assembly, and perfect. nDreams' early test beds for narrative and presence. Shooty fruity and bloody zombies. Playful experiments with mechanics and player interaction. These projects taught the studio valuable lessons. Presence matters. Simple loops scale, and polish compounds over time. They weren't perfect, but they were brave, and every misstep became a lesson. So what's the through line? nDreams has evolved from experimenters to world builders. They balance emotional narrative, reach, with blockbuster action, vendetta, and still make room for creative chaos, Wrecking Raccoon and Frack. Which new release are you most hyped for? Drop your pick in the comments. If you like this deep dive, hit subscribe to Kotsuro's Kaizen Mondays. I'll be back next week with another studio spotlight. Until then, as always, stay safe out there.